Okay, here is another recollection video, and this one is about Cerise. Primarily, we were worshiping at Greenlawn, and we pretty much didn't do the children's church deal at first. We wanted our kids to learn to behave in big church, and Cerise was just very, very good in big church. As long as we had a couple of soft books and some Cheerios or whatever, she would draw and just stay in her own little world and sing with the songs, and she was very good in big church. Well, Sam was just a little bitty guy. He was a little infant. And this one particular Sunday, Cherry was holding Sam, and I was trying to take care of Cerise, and she was just being out of her element. For some reason, she was just fidgeting and talking and cutting up and not minding, and it just got worse and worse. And finally, in frustration, Cherry looked over at me and said, "Take her out and spank her, honey." And I stood up. We were sitting in the back of the church in the pews reserved for families with children. And right as I stood up to take her out, we were just a few feet from the door. Right as the usher opened the door for us, Fred Maxey was at the pulpit and announced, "Would you pray with me?" And the church fell silent. Right as we started to walk through the doors to leave the sanctuary, Cerise yelled, "Daddy, please don't spank my honey," as loud as she could in this totally quiet church. And it just gripped everybody. There were people laughing, and Fred had to recompose himself. And I took her out and gave her a few swats. But the legacy of that is that for the next couple of years, I would be walking down the hall, and one of my friends would see me, and as I passed them would go, "Daddy, please don't spank my honey," and just rub it in one more time. I bet that happened a couple of dozen times, and I can still hear her yelling that.